Hello everyone, let's continue with the next video session on composition of functions. So we know what is functions, we know what actually is the difference between functions and relations, and how do they actually apply in certain problems. So we'll look into some concept of composition of functions. So let's say there are three non-empty sets. Okay, let's say there are three non-empty sets A, B and C. Okay, and we have got functions f, which is a mapping from A to B, and function g, which is a mapping from B to C. So the composition or product of these two functions can be defined as g composite f. So we denote the product of these two functions by g composite f, and which is a function from A to C. So how we can say g composite f of A? It is nothing but g of f of A, right, for all A belongs to A. So I'll represent this by a arrow diagram. So let's say I have got here A and B along with C. Okay, so f is a function, or it is a mapping from the A set to B set. So this will be, here you will get the image f of A. Okay, and here and next you will have the function g, which is a mapping from the set B to set C, that is B to C. Okay, so here you will be having the image g of f of A. So the function g carries the element from the set B to set C. So this is the element which is nothing but the image of A. Okay, g of f of A. Clear? So that is nothing but the product, we can say. So this g composite f, okay, g composite f is the function from A to C, wherein you will get g of f of A. So that is what we have written here, g composite f of A. That means it carries an element from the set A. Okay, is nothing but g of f of A. So let's look into some of the problems related to this concept of composition of functions. So let us say this is the problem. Let A equals 1, 2, 3, 4 and B equals ABC, okay, and C equal to W, X, Y and Z. So with functions given as A to B, and G is the function from B to C, and a necessary function is given, okay, like 1 comma A, 2 comma A, 3 comma B, 4 comma C, and even G is also given here. What are the pairs? Next, we are supposed to find out what is g composite f. So as you know, how we can write g composite f is, basically g composite f is nothing but the product of function A to B and B to C, right? It is a product of these two functions f and g. So we can write g composite f of, directly we can write it as, we have to find out the elements, we have to find out the product from A to B and B to C. So it is a mapping with the help of the element A. So which is the element in A? We have to find out all these elements, that is the g composite f for all these elements. Okay, because it is g composite f of A. From the element of A it is being mapped to C. So g composite f of 1, we need to find out what is g composite f of 1, g composite f of 2, okay, g composite f of 3, then g composite f of 4. Clear? So this is the aspect. So now let's write down, as per the formula we know that it is g of f of 1, okay, g of f of 1. So now let's try to substitute, okay, what is f of 1 with this, to which element is it mapped? To A, right? So let us write it as g of A, g of A. Now, so you can observe A here, okay, A is mapped to which element? X. So let's write it X. So likewise, if you find out what is g of f of 2, okay, you will be getting what is the element to which f of 2 is mapped. So it is mapped to A. So what is g of A? A is mapped to only X. right? So next, if we find out g of f of 3, okay, g of f of 3. So what do we get? G of f of 3 is nothing but g, what is, to which element is 3 mapped to? 3 is mapped to B. So it is nothing but g of B. So you can observe to which element B is mapped, the function g is mapped. Okay, B, if it takes the, G takes the mapping from B to Y in the other set, in the set C, you can see. So G of B will be Y. Okay. So next is we have to find out what is G composite f of 4. So nothing but G of f of 4. You know what is f of 4 here? 4 is mapped to C in the set B. So we can write G of C, right? G of C. So next you can observe C is mapped to Z element in set C. Okay, so what is G of C? G of C will be Z. So now we have to complete our concept of G composite f. That is, we need to include all these elements. For 1 it is mapped to X, for 2 it is mapped to X, 3 it is mapped to Y, 4 it is mapped to Z. So we need to write it as an ordered pair. Okay, so what is G composite f finally? It is nothing but the ordered pair 1, X. Likewise 2, X, 3, Y and 4, Z. They are just mappings, right? They are represented as an ordered pair 2, X, and finally we get 3, Y and 4, Z. So this is what they have actually asked. So one such question is sure in the university papers. So see that you write it correctly and follow step by step. So coming to the next question. In the next question you can observe a different variation of the question, wherein you will be given the what is f of x or g of x tells us, and then we need to find out what is g composite f composite g and f square and g square, so on. So we know that f and g are defined on the relation R, right? On the relation R. So we can find out what is g composite f. So it is based on respective on x. So we can write g composite f of x is nothing but g of f of x. Okay. So what is f of x? F of x is x cube. So let us substitute x cube. Okay. So next, in g of x, what is g of x? X square plus 1. So in place of x, you are going to substitute this one. So what you get is x cube the whole square plus 1. Okay, x cube the whole square plus 1, which is nothing but x6 plus 1. X power 6 plus 1. So next, if we find out f composite g of x. Okay, what is f composite g of x? F composite g of x is nothing but f of g of x. Okay, so what is there in g of x? We have x square plus 1. So let's substitute that, f of x square plus 1. So what is f of x? X cube. So let's substitute x square plus 1 in place of x cube. Okay, so we have to write x square plus 1 the whole cube. Okay, we are substituting this value in place of x. Next, we have to find out what is f square. What is f square? F square is nothing but composition of f, not f. Okay, so f square of x is nothing but f composite f of x or f of x, which is nothing but what is f of x? F of x tells us that it is x cube. So let's write f of x cube and substitute x cube in place of x. So we will get x cube the whole cube, correct? Which is nothing but x raised to 9. Next, if we find out g square. So what is g square of x? So nothing but g composite g of x or g of x. So what is g of x? G of x is x square plus 1. So let's write it in place of g of x. It's nothing but g of x square plus 1. And you know g of x is x square plus 1. So let's substitute x square plus 1 in place of x. So x square plus 1 is substituted in place of x. So x square plus 1 the whole square plus 1. Okay, this is how you write. See, be careful with the substitution. So coming to the next problem. So all these kind of problems are sure to appear in the university papers. So let's see the next problem related to composition of functions. So let f and g be functions from R to R. Okay, and then we have been given f of x and what is g of x. If g composite of f of x is also given. So let's start with this one. What is g composite f? Or we can write directly 9x square minus 9x plus 3 is equal to g composite f of x. Okay, g composite of f of x can be written as g of f of x. And you know what is f of x? Substitute that value is nothing but g of ax plus b. Okay, then we can also substitute in. So we have already substituted with f of x to ax plus b as per what is given of the function f of x is ax plus b. After substitution, you will find that again you have to look into what is g of x. G of x is given by 1 minus x plus x square. So let's substitute ax plus b in place of x. So you get 1 minus ax plus b the whole square. So upon simplification, you will be getting ax square x square plus b square. However, I have written here and 1 minus b. So the reason is I will be getting a constant form without x. So I will be taking it, forming it as a particular group. And then you are getting 2axb and minus ax. So it both involves x. So I will be forming it as another group 2ab minus a into x. So that I can equate the value of x square, the value of x and the constant. So when I equate 9 is equal to a square, I will be getting a is plus or minus 3 and I will be equating minus 9 which is equal to 2ab minus a, or a minus 2ab is 9. Then I will substitute 3 is equal to 1 minus b plus b square. So now if we take the value of a to be 3, okay, positive 3. So let's check what we get here. We get 3 minus 6b is equal to 9. Or we get minus 6 is minus 6b. Minus 6 is 6b. Or we get b is equal to minus 1. Right? So if we take a is equal to 3, we get b is equal to minus 1. Or if we take a is equal to minus 3, what we get is, so I'll just try with this substitution. We get 3 is equal to 1 minus of, so we cannot substitute here. We have to substitute the value of a. Okay, so that we get the value of b. So I will be substituting a is equal to minus 3. Here we will get minus 9 equal to minus 6b, okay, plus 3. Or in other words, I will be getting minus 12 is equal to minus 6b, or b equals to 2. So when a is equal to minus 3, I will be getting b is equal to 2. I am getting b equal to 2. And when a is equal to 3, positive 3, I will be getting b is equal to minus 1. So this is the conclusion for the problem. So next is, let's look into some of the facts and theorems related to the composition of functions. So these are the facts and theorems which can be proved. So we have got two functions, function f which is mapping from a to b, and function g which is a mapping from b to c. Let there be two functions, and if f and g are 1 to 1, okay, 1 to 1, and we know what is 1 to 1, on to, and all I have discussed in the previous video sessions. So if f and g are 1 to 1, so is the product of the functions g composite f. So if g composite f is 1 to 1, then f is 1 to 1. And if f and g are onto, so is g composite f. So even g composite f is onto. And the fourth result is, if g composite f is onto, then g is onto. And the next fact is, let there be two functions f and g, and also the third function. So trying to find out the composite of the three functions, that is h composite g, which is nothing but product of the functions from H composite G, when we take product of the functions H, we know what is G composite H of x, right? So G composite H of x is nothing but 3 into H of x. 3 into H of x. So continue with the problem. We have already substituted G composite H of x. That is G composite H of x is given by 3 into H of x, the same value. So now we have to find out what is f of x. F of x is x minus 1. So let's substitute 3 into h of x in place of x. So 3 into h of x minus 1. This will be 3 into h of x minus 1. So h of x value is given within the range if it is 0 if x is even. So let's draw the final range. It is 3 into 0 minus 1 will be minus 1 if x is even, and 3 into 1 if x is odd. So 3 into 1, which will be 3 minus 1 or 2 if x is odd. Okay, so this is f composite G composite h of x. So let's find out f composite G composite h of x and prove that they arrived at the same result. Okay, and then we can say that both of them are equal. So let's write now what is f composite G. Okay, what is f composite G composite h of x. Okay, so before that we have to find out what is f composite G of x. So we know that f composite G of x is nothing but f of G of x. Okay, f of G of x. So it is nothing but we know what is f of x. F of x is what? X minus 1. So in place of x we are going to write G of x minus 1. And what is G of x? We know that it is 3x minus 1. So now let's find out what is f composite G composite h of x. So we get it is f composite G of h of x. Okay. So what is this f composite G of x? What we know? The value is 3x minus 1. So let's substitute this in place of x. So what we get is 3 into h of x minus 1. Or in other words, we are going to arrive at the same result. So h of x is 0 if x is even as per the question. So when we substitute h of x is 0, we get minus 1 if x is even. And h of x is 1 if x is odd. Right? So that is as per this question. So it is given as it is 1 if x is odd. We are going to derive the same thing. So when we substitute 1 here, we get 2 if x is odd. So it is very clear that both the results are the same. If you check f composite G composite h of x and f composite of G composite h of x, they both have the same result. Therefore, we can prove that f composite G composite h is equal to f composite G composite h. So we can write this at the final result. So these are all the problems related to composition of functions. Thank you.